Okay, so we're here at Dollar General on a Sunday after church. We'll see if we can find any of the penny deals. Wonder if. And just because the bearded picker told me I need to tell a joke during my next video, here it is. What's a frog's favorite drink? A Coca-Cola. Ha 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 ha. Well, it was a bust on the penny deals there. I didn't see any, unless they were hidden really well from me. It's probably to the point that they're about cleaned out. So I'm going to check a couple more on the way home, and we will see if we find anything. But I am ahead of the game. I did find this in the parking lot. So I'm a penny ahead, right? Maybe I can buy something stellar like a new car or something with this. We'll see. I can add it to my bag. I carry a bag with me that's full of pennies. These particular pennies I've been putting in the bag. You know how people walk past them all the time on parking lots like at Circle K and Dollar General and so forth. People don't want to bend down and pick up a penny. Well, there you go. I picked up a bag full so far. Some of these came off the side of the road out of jewelry boxes that I found and stuff like that, and I just kind of keep them off to the side. I check them all and make sure I pull the wheat pennies out and so forth, anything that would be worth something more than a penny. But I'm going to add this to that, and we'll see if we find anything today. Here's hoping. I love shopping these Dollar Generals because you can find the signs really easily. They're black letters and bright yellow. You can see them 350 miles away. Well, most of the time. Yeah, I pulled into the wrong parking lot. Jeez. I didn't find any penny deals, but I did find these at 90% off. Some of the little calendars, little small ones. These are removable here, so I'll take that off and just put a quarter on it or whatever. May or may not take it off, but I gave a nickel a piece for them. Got one of Barnes. It's got all the different kinds of little Barnes. A couple of them on dogs, a couple on cats, and two on like the Americana type stuff. Let's see. What's that got? Flag in every photo. Stuff like this, you'd be surprised. This is March, but it does sell. I'm going to put them in my booth. I'm not going to list those or anything, but I'll put these in my booth, and then if they don't sell there, I usually will take the photos out on calendars. People love calendar photos. And I'll put them out of my booth, and if they don't sell that way, then I usually thin those down a little bit, and I'll decoupage them on top of boxes and variety of different situations or whatever. So it gives my granddaughter, she's 10, and my grandsons that are twins, they're 6, almost 7, gives them something that they can do. They can use the Mod Podge. Of course, we don't use Mod Podge. We do it with Elmer's glue. Why spend a lot of money, right? But anyway, I will let them craft with those or whatever, and then they can put those in my booth, and we can try and sell those. So, gives them something to do, gives me something to do. It's fun. It's a nickel. I thought I'd do a little trash dashing on the way home. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods to go in. I didn't want the chest, but I always stop when I see these on the side of the road because you never know what's in the drawers. People get tired of things and they just leave junk in there, and sometimes that junk pays off. I pulled out, not today, but I pulled out a few months ago a guitar pick, and it was concert used in one of the Korn concerts, apparently, because it had certain markings on it and things like that. Well, I sold it for $15.99 on eBay plus shipping. And I pulled it out of a drawer just like this one here, out of one of these. Well, this one didn't have anything in it except 2 more pennies for my bag. That's how you add them up. You just never know. You never know. I swung by storage and picked up things that I got sold, and I'll show you in a little short haul segment at the end of this. I've got, I think it was 11 or 12 things that's going out, and on my trash stash, I might have gotten skunked at Dollar General, but at least I found a couple of things on my trash stash. Found a couple of tackle boxes that my little grandsons will use, or I'll put them in my booth. It's got a few things down in there, not anything stellar, but a couple of the flies and some bobbers and things like that. That was sitting by the road, and right next to it was this Plano box. Let's see, pull it up. A lot of crafters use these for jewelry, beads, things like that, so I'll probably put that in my booth. I figure the boys can use this one maybe, and if they don't, then it'll go in my booth too. This one has some things in it. I haven't really looked all through it, but that was 2 good little finds. That's at least $5, you know, so we'll see what happens. Well, I'm almost out of battery, but I'm going to chase the Kroger Woohoo deals. We got to have dinner. So I made it back from Dollar General. I got skunked out all the way around, other than finding the pennies in the parking lot. I did find the calendars that I showed you, and so that'd be worth going out. I was passing by those 3 or 4 that I passed by anyway, going home from church. So I just figured I would stop in there. I really didn't expect to find anything by this time. This is a Sunday afternoon, and of course the new penny deals are coming out in the next 24 hours or so, and we'll be able to shop those on Tuesday. So we'll see what we end up with. I'm sorry about the glare on the glasses, but I got to wear them today because I've been outside, and apparently I'm having some allergy issues today, so I've got to wear those. But I figured I would show you what I'd pulled out of storage. I'm going to ship out tomorrow. I've got 12 packages that are going out tomorrow on Monday, and I can go through these real quick. I just figured I would show you, you know, what I had bought, where I had bought them, what I paid for them, and how much profit I've got, or give or take, gross profit anyway. So the first thing that I got, I used to shop next door to the bin store. There was an antique mall that was there, and at one time I had a booth there, but after 6 or 8 months, I ended up deciding to go a different direction with my business, and so I didn't have a booth for a while. But I would go back as a buyer, and there was a jewelry vendor that was there, and she primarily dealt with the fine jewelry, some of the semi-precious stones, things like that. And apparently she would buy bulk lots of this jewelry, and the costume jewelry like Trifari and Listener and some of those type of things that are really good sellers online, and some of the prettier things, you know, even for $8 or $10 or whatever, I could buy for $1, and I would go over there, and she'd have baskets out, and of course I'd just pour through them 2 or 3 times a week. Anytime that I was at the bin store, I'd pop up for next door. So this was one of the pins that sold. I bought this for $1, It's unmarked. See it. It's really pretty though. It's got the enamel in the middle, um, the little rhinestone, colored rhinestones and things like that. Like I said, it's unmarked, but I paid $1 for it, and I ended up selling this. I do shipping. I do charge shipping on everything. I don't do any free shipping at this point in time of the video. I may end up doing that someday, but I found that, I just add shipping on it, and people don't usually have a problem with that. It keeps my prices lower, and you know, uh, I don't think that they necessarily look for the free shipping as much as they used to. I know that I don't. I just find the product, to where I can find an end result, to pay what I want to. But this one I sold for $10.49. I've got $1 in it, so that's my gross profit on that. Remember, I've got to take any of my cost out of it. I won't be taking shipping cost out of it. I'll be making a little bit off of my shipping usually, because I do a flat rate shipping on anything that's first class. Um, I also had this one. It's a pilot's pen, the wings, you can see, and it's plastic actually, but it's Delta, and of course we know where Delta is. Um, that one there, let's see, where did I end up getting that? I ended up getting that one there. I couldn't remember if I got that one at an estate sale or what, but I paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $7.99. I listed this one last night, and it sold right away. It's the colored iridescent rhinestones, and trying to show you some of the colors and things. The lighting's not great today. But I've got this, and I've got an R. I found both of those at that same little store, so I've got $1 in that, and I sold it for $9.99 on that. I used to be a Dixie Belle paint distributor. I've still got a few pieces like this that I bought in bulk. Some of it they ran on sale, and I was able to get it at a discount beyond wholesale price. I've got $5 in this, and I ended up selling it for 15. And it's just kind of an additive that you put in with your paint, and it gives it a different type of texture. But anytime that you see any of the Dixie Belle stuff, it technically is chalk paint, but that term is actually copyrighted. It's a trademarked type of name. They use the words mineral paint, but it's actually the same thing. But any of these craft things, if you find any of this kind of stuff, it doesn't go bad. Actual paint will dry up, but this is like a salt, like almost like an Epsom salt type of thing. And this type of stuff, people buy it as soon as I put it up. I put this up probably 3 days ago, something like that, 3 or 4 days ago. But that sold, did I say $15 on that? This Coca-Cola shirt, I got it at a regular thrift store, which on clothing, I am spoiled to the bins. Oh my goodness, I'm so spoiled to the bins. I could be there every day, all day. I could be a personal shopper for people. I may end up doing that at some point in time if I don't want to do all this other, because I can go in and find really good deals for people. And so if there's anybody out there that would like for me to be a personal shopper for them, I'd be glad to do that. This one right here is an extra large. It's Coca-Cola Connection. I had $1 in it, and I sold it for $10.91. It was actually on sale. I had it on sale. This one here I got at Plato's when they run their 90% bag sale. I always go to those if I can. I missed this last one because I had a conflict in schedule, and I was so sad. Oh, I was so sad. But I usually end up going there. And this one, I had 50 cents in it and sold it for $8 on that. Of course, it's got the big Ryder logo on it. These sell slow, but they will sell. And usually it's around $8 to $10 mark on those. I found several of these at the bin store. This one, let's see, I've got 80 cents in it, and I sold it for $10. It's the 5K run that they do every year. And of course, I'm in Elvis land. I live 4 miles across the Tennessee state border. I'm actually in North Mississippi. But I'm an Elvis girl. I was raised in Memphis. I was born in Memphis, raised in Memphis, moved 4 miles from there, 4 or 5 miles. So I haven't been too far in my life. I've traveled some, but I haven't lived in a lot of different places. I've been in these two places all of my life. So, but they've got a lot of these memorial runs and things like that that they do. This is probably my favorite one out of the ones I got. I had several of them, and of course they've all got Elvis on it. They were all done for cerebral palsy. And this one, I don't know if I can find the date real quickly on it. They usually have a date on there. I end up having to look it up on some of them, but I believe this is about mid 80s, something like that. I could be wrong on the number, so um, but it goes. I look it up by the 12th annual or whatever, and um, so again, that one. Let's see, what did I say? Have 80 cents in it. Sold it for $10, so that was a good little thing. Ladies' big bras, they always sell. I get asked if I have a video that I haven't done a haul video and have a big bra in it. So invariably, somebody will ask in the comments, "What? No big bras?" I make more money off of these things. Oh my goodness, the bigger the better. This one actually is a 44 triple D on this one. It's a Cacique bra, which is Lane Bryant brand. It's in decent shape. You know, I just reveal any issues that it might have or anything like that. And it's kind of an animal print, but it's in the colors and things on this one. I got this at the bin store, and I paid 70 cents for it and turned it into $15.59. That was a good little deal. I buy a lot of the swim tops. I don't buy all of them anymore. But even if you don't find the bottoms, it's no big deal. These things will sell, and you don't have anything in it if you're buying at the bin store. Now, if you buy it someplace else, you know, you need to buy certain kinds, maybe Victoria's Secret, because they're discontinued and things like that. So, my understanding is they've discontinued the swim tops and stuff, or swimsuits, or whatever. They may bring them back, they may have, I don't know. I just buy at the bin store, so what I know. This is a No Boundaries brand. It's actually a junior top, but this one I ended up getting this one at the bin store, and somebody will just put it with a black swim skirt or something like that, you know, or wear it cut in the yard or something like that. This one, where am I? I paid. I want to see what I ended up getting for it. Yeah, here we go. I paid 30 cents for it, and I turned that into $6.61. So there's that. I have this lady's top. Let's see if we can find that one. Can't read my own writing. Do y'all have trouble with that? This one, this lady's top, I think I sold, yeah. Is that the one I'm looking at? Yeah. This lady's top right here, it's kind of boho. I buy a lot of the bohemian, the hippie look, and things like that because I like it. I can find it easily, and it sells. It sells year round, sells to all different ages. It's kind of one of those things that, you know, it just appeals to a whole lot of people, even girls' sizes and things like that. Now, I buy other things too, but probably out of my clothing and things, 2/3 of it is probably more bohemian and kind of the wild colors and prints and things like this. Um, I bought this at the bin store. I had 60 cents in it and sold it for $10.49. That one. These pants I actually got for free. This was on one of my little trash runs where I pulled in. You'll see it in some of my other videos. It's just a pair of ladies' dress slacks. It's the stretch slacks. I've actually, this is the second time that I've sold these. I did get a return on those, which I very, very rarely get returns. And she did it as a item not as described, and an ad on there, and said that these were not dress pants. Well, I sent back all the information uh, to her and said, well, it is, but I'd be glad to refund your money and this, that, and other, you know. And I wish she had talked to me. She just filed it. She didn't even say anything to me. Well, I went back to eBay. I just gave them a call, and so far I've never had any trouble with eBay. I get right through to them. I don't have any kind of concierge anything or whatever. But I usually will call it at the right time, apparently. But I called and I said, look, you know, I don't know how much more dress pants you can get than polyester pants. I didn't know, you know, what she was looking for in dress pants. It just wasn't what she was looking for. But they ended up refunding me my shipping. They, you know, I got my money, but I got my product back, and then I got my shipping back and all of that. So that wasn't a problem. I wasn't out any money. But I've sold these again. These were free in a trash pile, and those bags, that I pulled off the road, this was one of them, and I ended up selling it for $7 for this pair. Or no, excuse me, $10 for this pair. I sold it for $7 the first time. Sold it for $10 the second time. Retribution is sweet. And then last but not least, unless I've missed something, I sold this one. This was the better of the things that I sold. This is a Eli Cattleman. It's like Ely Walker. That's what we used to call it, Ely, but it's Eli Walker. Tall man, and it is a large. This is new without tags, I believe, but I just described it in there that it was like new. I didn't try to sell it as new, but I mean, you can still feel the sizing in the sleeves and things like that. So it's a really pretty shirt. It's got the snap front, any of the Western type stuff I try to pick up, especially if it's vintage. And this one here, I got it at the bin store for, I ended up paying $1.50, a little bit shy of $1.50, and I sold it for $23.99. So that was a really good little sale there. They're just about past the weather on this one, unless they live in Wisconsin or someplace, I guess, or Wyoming or something. So that's what I got for today. I'm glad that you came along with me. It was kind of a variety type of thing. That's kind of what my Sundays are. I usually end up poking my nose in a bunch of different places, doing the trash and the storage and shipping and things like that. So I'm going to head in here. I'm going to try. Part of what I put on this video was going to Kroger and getting all the woohoo deals. So I ended up having roast beef sandwiches and things like that for dinner tonight. So I, you know, when you're a reseller, you've got to be frugal and you've got to try and buy low and sell high. And I think that that kind of applies in every part of your life, whether it's buying personal clothes, whether it's buying food or anything like that, that the more money that you save, the more money that you can make later. So I encourage you to have a great week, and we will see you next time. Happy junking.